There's a camo challenge for 3 types of weapons out there that you would assume would be easy, but it's not. In fact, it is very difficult. It's called the kryptec neptune camo, which is where you have to get a certain amount of kills shortly after or during a slide. The 3 weapon types are the SMGs, the shotguns, and the pistols. Shotguns and SMGs are 40 slide kills, whereas the pistols are only 10. So this camo challenge was also in Call of Duty Ghosts, except it was very easy to acquire. When you slid in Ghosts, you had at least 5 seconds or more to get a kill, which was very simple to do. In Advanced Warfare, however, you literally have to be in the act of sliding, which typically requires you to use the gung-ho perk. If you were to kill someone while sliding, or literally 1 second or less afterwards, you'd get a low blow medal and normally get a point towards this challenge. I say normally because it didn't always work that way for some reason. I tell you all this because with the latest patch on the Xbox and PlayStation 4, this has changed. It is now incredibly easy to acquire these slide kills, and I'm going to cover the mechanics thoroughly for you. Take note, this may be a glitch. With Sledgehammer Games, though, you never know. A lot of people complained that getting a slide kill was way too difficult and time-consuming. So I'd personally like to think they threw everyone a bone and fixed it, making it easier. However, a lot of people are definitely claiming this as a patch glitch. It happened when the latest update was released on Xbox, and just yesterday the same feature or glitch was implemented with the PlayStation 4. Of course, at the time of this video, the PlayStation 3 hasn't received the patch yet, but I'm sure this will be in it as well. So what do you have to do? As I mentioned before, previously you had literally half a second after sliding to get a kill or it wouldn't register. And again, sometimes even if you did it during that time, it wouldn't count. It was hit or miss. Now, however, the window of opportunity timer seems to be gone. That means you can slide and then get a kill 30 seconds later and it will still count. Furthermore, 1 slide is all you need per life. Let me explain what I mean by that. Let's say you just died and you respawn. You instantly slide forward. That's your 1 slide. Then, let's say you go on a 5-gun kill streak and don't slide anymore during that streak. All 5 kills will count as slides, even though you slid once. As long as you stay alive, 1 slide will suffice. So let me back up my claims with visual evidence here. I'm going to prove to you 2 things with this clip. First, that the timer has been removed, meaning you can get a kill anytime later after a slide. And second, that if you slide and kill more than 1 person without sliding again, all kills still count as if you slid every time. So as you can see here, my S12 shotgun has 0 points towards the kryptec neptune camo. Then I go into a hardpoint match on the map Comeback. The first thing I do when the match starts is slide. Then I go into the building and wait. This is to prove that the timer is gone. So take note, I did my first slide with about 9 minutes and 59 seconds left in the match. So we'll say 10 minutes. I stayed in this room for the entire duration of the first hardpoint. I didn't slide again, and nor did I kill anyone. I just waited in here. The hardpoint moves right outside to where I am, and I go for my first kill. I get my first kill with 8 minutes and 44 seconds left on the clock. So that's over a full minute since my initial slide. Then I get a second kill, just to prove that getting more than 1 kill after your initial slide will all count without actually sliding a second time. Then I pick up a weapon off the ground and wait until I die. As soon as I die, I swap weapon classes and don't use the S12 for the rest of the match. At the end of the game, I go back into my S12 class and see what the results are. So I now have 2 points towards the kryptec neptune camo, which proves both of my theories are correct. The timer for slide kills has been removed, and you only have to slide 1 time, and each kill you receive in that single life will count towards your slide kills camo. I wanted to show one more test here. I've had several people try and say that you don't even have to slide to get points towards this camo challenge, but this is false. I tested this extensively. You have to slide in order to register a point towards the camo challenge. First of all, do you know how hard it is to go a full game without sliding at all? I did it to test this and had to literally tell myself, do not slide. Why? Because everyone does it. Boost forward, slide, and double jump. That's how everyone in the game moves, or they should at least. It covers the most amount of ground in the shortest amount of time. I had one hell of a time doing a full game without sliding. Sliding is an integrated way to move faster in this game. So back to the trusty S12 again. I did this test before I did the test earlier in the video, by the way. So this game was literally the first time I've ever used the S12 in Advanced Warfare. So naturally, I started with 0 points towards my camo. I'll only show you a glimpse of the gameplay footage, as the video would be 20 minutes long if I included everything. You'll just have to trust me that I did not slide the entire match. Typically, the first thing I do when I spawn is slide to gain ground faster. So again, not doing that in this match was frustrating. I was also playing solo and had no attachments on the S12, and I got destroyed. I went on a decent streak towards the end, which made me go positive at least. My opponents were just that much better than me though. Anyway, so I got 28 kills total, with a few coming from Scorestreak kills. So then I went back into my S12 camo to check to see if I gained any slide kills without actually sliding. None. Absolutely none. This proves that you at least have to slide sometime before getting a kill for it to register. So with that, I recommend as soon as you spawn, just slide. Then, play as normal. Do this every life and watch the slide kills rack up. If this is a glitch, and I normally don't condone cheating the system, but this is the exception. Slide kills before this patch were quite frankly broken. It hardly ever worked, even if you did register a low blow medal. So I say, get as many of these done as you can. You can even get multiple guns completed in a single match now. I think my highest amount of slide kills in a single match so far has been 18. Not to mention getting the pistols done is incredibly easy since you only need 10 as opposed to 40. There's no real particular game mode I would recommend since all you have to do is slide upon spawning and then just get as many kills as you can. I do prefer kill confirm though, as people are often distracted with tags and you can rack up a few kills in a row picking off tag collectors. The verdict is still out whether this is a glitch or a feature, but again, I'd like to think it's a feature due to all the complaints people had with getting low blow medals. The fact that it's still present on Xbox, which received the patch over a week ago, and that it's present on the PS4 patch, leads me to believe it's supposed to be like this. Feature or not, go out there and get as many of these camos done for your shotguns, SMGs, and pistols as you can, and try and finish off this once difficult challenge as fast as you can.